It is showtime. Thank you for joining me. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. I appreciate everybody joining me. Thank you for being here. Brock Bandy, sporting a wrench, looking good. Got Dale Cox, Dizzy Dragon, Jane Aldrich. Thank you for being here, Jane. We got, look at this. Holy moly. We got Mo Mountain. How good to see you, Mo Mountain. And Wes Lightburn. Good to see you guys. How are we? It's been a beautiful day. Michael Superbacker, greetings. How are we all doing? The great mug, huh? Dee Dee Dazzle and Feisty Irish. Jason P is the one who gave me this mug. Jason, I love this thing, dude. Be nice to the driver. Make you get off that bus. Keith Kingman, good to see you. Josh Cohen, so good to see you, Josh, and everybody else in the Cohen home. Riley Rose, good to see you. Marv Wheeler, nice to see you. Pepper Poppy, also in the house. Thank you guys for being here. J Caps, here's my dude. Good to see you, dude. All right. So got some photos I'm going to show you guys. Really interesting. You guys ever get a scar on a tattoo? Anybody in the chat have any tattoos? Ragnar, good to see you. She's on her horse, which is probably good because I'm going to show you gnarly pictures. Hi, Crystal Linda, good to see you. Jeremy Fowler, my dude, nice to see you. I wrecked a van driving when I was moving with my son, Johnny Scoville Jr. It's his birthday, by the way. Let's throw him some love in the chat. He might be here. He might drop in. So he's a good kid. So we were driving from Fort Mill to Fort Mill from Reno, and Max Power, good to see you. We just got it was bad conditions and the brakes weren't very good and tires weren't very good. Regardless, how you slice it, I rear-ended somebody, and the airbag came out. Anybody have an airbag hit you? It's crazy. Got her a horse. She rides barrels. I can't believe that little Riley Rose rides. She was this big. You have to do me a favor. You have to send me a picture, an email to me, chase@gmail.com. It's been a long time since I've seen her. Bizzle, good to see you. I want to tattoo my skin graft to look like you can see inside my arm. I've seen tattoos like that. So anyway, the airbag came out and hit me. It was brutal. I don't know if you guys have ever been hit by an airbag. It's the craziest experience. It comes out of nowhere. It's like an explosion. You're in shock for a second. No joke. You're like, what just happened? Anyway, I'm going to show you what happened. Everybody cool with that? If you have kids, it's not wicked graphic, but it's kind of gnarly. We'll go one at a time. You guys tell me if I should stop. All right. This is my wrist the day it happened. All right. So the airbag came out. This is right here. I don't know if you can see my arrow. Right there over my wrist is that's my purple tiger. And then you have the Y there. It looks like a Y. It's the last of the molecule capsaicin. You can sort of see you'll see pretty dramatically in the next picture. Now, before I go any further, can I go further to the next one, or is it too gnarly? Lego, good to see you, man. We'll go to the next one. The next one's pretty gnarly. I'll check in with you after this one, and we'll see about what you guys think about the one after. This is a few days later. Starting to get gnarly. It ruined my tattoo. You can see underneath the tattoo. That's the problem. My tattoo is now a mess. So are we doing okay? Can we keep going? Okay. I'm worried more about anybody. I don't even want to bum it out. The audio is good. Nice. Is this thing on? We'll do it live. Sorry. All right, so we'll go on to one more. I don't think I can go on to the one after this. This one's pretty bad. This one is that's right after it was scabbing up. And I thought, man, my tattoo is going to be trashed. There's one more after that. Should we go further or should we stop? Direct slaps. You got to be kidding me. Thanks for being here. Is anybody bumming out? 5x5, Brock Bandy. Thank you for the 5x5. Is anybody bumming out about the picture so far? Are they getting too gnarly? Because if they are, listen, I'll stop it. What do you think? Keep going. There's only one more. This next one's gnarly. I thought my arm was going to fall off. It was getting pretty bad. I was putting like all kinds of stuff on it to make it go away. Took quite a while. That was a bummer. Here's the craziest thing about that story. We were driving to Fort Mill, and my son, true story, I swear it's the truth, my son was sitting on the front seat of this van with his feet on the dashboard. It's pouring out. Terrible weather. And I said, dude, get your feet off of there. I said, if the airbag came out, you'd be eating your knees. I swear I said that to him. Clues, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Anyway, very short time later, Windmill Willie, he got sucker punched by an airbag. He was looking out the window when it happened. It went, it's the craziest experience. It really hurt. But the thing is, it's kind of like when a parachute opens. You think it would be like, because you're going like 120 miles an hour and you go to like 10 miles an hour in like 3 seconds. And you think, man, that's pretty harsh deceleration. Let's see my arm now. Okay, hold on. It healed pretty well. I mean, you can tell right here, it's lighter, and the scar goes down here. It's still there. It kind of messed up my tattoo. I don't know if I can get it touched up. I don't know how tattoos. Does anybody in the chat have a tattoo over a scar? How do scars deal with tattoos? I have a funny feeling you might know, Bizzle. Bizzle, how do tattoos and scars work? Kevin Walters. Man, good to see you. Airbags. All right. So he says, airbags are old tech. Elon Musk has the best airbags ever made. I'll tell you what, man. I'm all about being safe. When I'm lucky I'm here. When I was a kid, it's almost like going to my school from my house. So it's 5 miles. Peggy, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. Check this out. Glad to be a part of the bus. Graduated last night from my previous habanero challenge. Finally conquered 2 Scotch bonnets and a quarter drop of tank. Showing us how to do it. I love it, Peggy. But it was 5 miles from our house to the school. And if you guys, if you've experienced this, I want a 1 in the chat. If you ever had a racing game or any kind of game where time is a matter, and you got to the point where you're getting, each time you're down to a fraction because you were so good at it, it was like, anybody been there? I'm telling you, driving to school, we'd get there within 5 to 10 seconds, 15 seconds either way. It was everywhere we went, I was going as fast as the car could go. It's terrifying. I'm lucky I'm here. So Keith Kingman, talking about the tattoos and scars, he says, depends on how good the artist is. And Bizzle says they can blow out the lines. Scars take out the ink, says Lego. And then Chris Melinda says, some tattoos specialize in tattooing over scars. You know what? I got a couple of really cool scars that if I was creative, I could make a really funky tattoo out of it. Clue says, Johnny, you're going to get what is that? That sounds like a good comment. You're going to get a Neuralink like Elon? Am I? I don't think so. No, man. Listen. I'll tell you what, though. Kat, man, what a great name. I haven't seen you in way too long. Good to see you. Hello, Kat. Thank you for being here. No, I think I should donate my dome piece to science. D-Stock, good to see you. Marv Wheeler. When I die, I think I should donate my brain to science. And that's not a joke. I'm not trying to be funny. Listen, you know how many concussions I've had? I'm not even joking. I've tried to think about it. When I try to think about it, I've written them down, man. I'm like easily a dozen. And I don't mean like, hey, man, I think I got a concussion. I mean a dozen where a doctor's getting, man, you got a concussion, like one of those. And I'm sure I've got a half a dozen more where a doctor didn't diagnose it. There is my son. Yeah, yesterday it was. We'll count today too. That is my son, Johnny Scoville Jr. He's a rock star. I'm proud of you, man. So he's got new employment. I'm kind of excited about the kid. Very excited. Mirrored guitarist. Johnny, hope you're doing well. Try my first Primatali later this week. Wow. You know the cool thing about it? J Caps, happy birthday. Day off, but yes, thank you. Mirrored guitarist. Winter, these are late season pods. Anytime you get pods later in the season, I don't think they're quite as hot. I think they tend to taste better. That's kind of what I think. So, hey, was I the first one to say happy birthday to you? I probably wasn't. But, I serve the Lord's chicken. You know, Johnny Scoville Jr. Exactly, dude. That's so cool. My son got a job at Chick-fil-A. No, excuse me, In-N-Out. No, was it In-N-Out or Chick-fil-A? I can't remember, dude, because they're both owned by believers. Was it Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out? I can't remember. It was great. He had a job, wanted to get something better, and Chick-fil-A is great food. It's a good place. Super fire, he says. What you got to do, dude, is you got to get him to make a really hot chicken sandwich. Clue says, I'll donate my body to the highest bidder. You know what? Where's my wallet? I wonder if I can show you. I'm not even joking you. I'm an organ donor. Don't laugh at me. Man, it doesn't say organ donor. I'm just about positive I was. That's bizarre. Maybe I'm not. So anyway, next time I go see my son, you know where we're going to eat. I mean that. You gotta make him do it. Make a video. Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. It's not like Chick-fil-A is watching Johnny Scoville's videos. I promise you they're not. But I'll make one. I don't think I won't. Okay, D-Stock says, you still haven't told me how I can make a sweet Tide beers like yours. You know what? It's really funny. For the first 7 years of the channel, I braided my goatee wrong. Here's the truth of it. I'm going to be really, really honest. Stay humble. Good to see you. Excuse me. If I'm being very, very honest about the first year of the channel, I didn't even braid the goatee. I just twisted it and then put rubber bands 3 or 4 spots on it. But it was not a braid at all. And then, in fact, the first 2 years of the channel, if it was only braided, you knew I was at a festival. And inevitably, a woman would say, that's not braided. Let me do that for you. It happened every time. And then I figured I got to learn how to do it. So now I can do it. But then so for several years, I did it wrong. If you look at old pictures of me, it was always like this, to one side or the other. And now there's a wicked cool life hack about how to get it in the middle. And I actually made a video about how to do that. Pretty silly. Anna, so good to see you, Anna. Did you say Arwa's here? SNS Farms, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Jade Aldrich, there's Arwa. Hi, Arwa. Thank you for being here. I hate waffle fries, though. I dig waffle fries a lot, actually. Look at that. Love you, Uncle Tommy. I love you all. It's a good kid right there. Hey, tell Mercedes I said hello. She's probably right there. Hi, Mercedes. Getting brownie points from my son's girl. Balaki, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Toby, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Jimmy 2 times. Let me get the paper. Get the paper. Reference. Someone's got to get that. I know Tommy gets it. All right, so I got some other cool photos to throw you. Here's kind of a funny photo. This is a picture of Tommy and I. I don't know how long ago that was. That's when Tommy first was released into the regular world, like the rest of us. He had his was longer than mine at the time. It's kind of a good picture. I like that. Now, if you want to go back a few years, same two dudes. Pretty funny, huh? Oh, it's us. Time has a way of doing a number on your dome piece with hair. Oh, D-stock. That's not a nice thing to say. You know what? Look at that. You know, somebody do me, thank you. Somebody's got a wrench. Please remove that. D-stock, get some class, man. That's not, you don't know me well enough to play like that. Crazy how time makes the man. You know what's really funny? Even way back then, that's all right, Lego. Even way back then, I still had scars all over me, but right now, it's bad. Thank God that I'm far away. If I got real close and it was a really good screen, nothing, Ragnar. He was trying to be funny and he just wasn't being funny. It's all right. The hair does not compute. Yeah, I know, Chris and Melinda. It's weird. This brother Scoville. I tell people this. I've said this before in videos, but I used to be a hair model. It's a pretty funny thing to think about now because it is gone. Dizzy Dragons, looking forward to the Matthew Arthur interview. I am too, man. Joseph Alfonso, I know you straightened out the problem. Everything good with it? Look at this. Clue says Wilbur. You're funny, Bizzle. I love you, dude. Wilbur Scoville, a pharmacist, invented the Scoville scale in 1912 to measure the pungency of peppers, generally related to the capsaicin content. What he did was he had a vat where he would put a dried sample of powder, pepper. He would add water, and how much water he would need to add before a test subject could say, I don't taste any heat. That was the Scoville scale. Pretty cool. I don't miss going to the barber. I had a dream, Lego. I had a dream. It was since I started the channel that all my in my dream. I woke up and I had hair and I didn't have any tattoos. It was a weird one. Eyes peeled. Thank you for being here. DD Dazzle has a question. What is my favorite pepper? You know what? I really don't have a favorite pepper. DD Dazzle. I really don't. I have a short list. I love all peppers, but some more than others. So I don't know. I do love the taste of chocolate super hots. I like Sugar Rush Stripies are great. All the ahi pods are great. Marv Wheeler says, was Papa Scoville into super hots? He was not, Marv. He liked peppers. He liked pepperoncini and lower heat peppers. He did eat once. We were in a video on the channel. And he ate some peppers and got hiccups. It was hilarious. Zabrange, that's it. I couldn't remember. Zabrange is so delicious and it's gorgeous looking. Killer Yellow is a gray pepper Dizzy Dragon. It really is. It's super delicious. But I'm telling you, if I'm just sitting around, not the Bishop Crown. What's the one that I've eaten recently? It looks sort of like a Bishop's Crown. It was I can't remember. Was it a Bishop's Crown? I can't remember what it was. It looks sort of like a Zabrange. I don't know. My medium heat pods are my go-to pepper. It's the truth. If I'm just going to sit around and eat, Sugar Rush are so good. Fantasy, yeah, they're wonderful. What got me into super hots, Keith Kingman? Yeah, I'm just damaged. I don't know. I was always sort of the extreme sort of person, just how I am. I always was like that. And when I started liking heat, every time I wanted it extra hot. You know, when we went to restaurants, if there was something I was ordering off the menu, I always wanted it extra spicy. Josh Adler says, "Do I remember the first time I was recognized for having a YouTube channel?" Yeah, I do. It blew me away in the moment when it happened, Josh. But in retrospect, it's even more bizarre. It was because I started the channel October 19th in 2016, right? And it was about a week before Christmas. So the channel was in its infancy. I may have had 60 subscribers. I'm not even joking you. It's like we were this big. The bus was a short bus. Everybody could pack into one of those little buses. It was a little teeny bus. And I lived in San Antonio. I was in a HEB. And I was buying a beer, a 40 ounce Mickey's. And I was at the register, and I was up next. There's somebody going through, and I hear this person, a woman, yell, "Johnny!" And didn't happen yet. Hadn't happened, so it wasn't something I was listening for. I was like, I kind of heard it, but I was like, it can't be talking to me. And then I heard it, Johnny, louder. I was like, man, maybe that person is talking to me. And then I ignored it though, and then it was Johnny. And it was like right behind me. I'm like, yeah, she's talking to me. I turn around and she's like, "You shop here? I can't believe you shop here," or something like that. And then I said, "Yeah, I do." And she says, well, she wanted me to sign. She wanted me to sign something. It's really weird though, because since then I haven't been asked to. I mean, I've been asked to sign bottles, but never just a signature. You know what I mean? And she just wanted a signature. But anyway, I didn't. All she had was her receipt for what she bought, and I didn't have a pen. So they asked the person behind the counter for a pen, and I signed it, and she, ran off. She was all happy. It was just, my mind was twisted, it just blew me away. And the weird thing about it, then the person behind the counter goes, "Who are you?" I said, "Nobody, honest." She goes, "Man, that person asked you to sign, asked you for your autograph, and was really excited. Who are you?" I said, "Trust me, I'm nobody." True story. That's exactly how it happened. But the reason that's so weird is the channel is big now. I mean, not really big, but there's a few people watch. Back then, I bet I only had like 10,000, not even maybe 10,000 views. So to bump into somebody in my town is just, the likelihood of that is just so bizarre. You got to listen, for the first 6 years of the channel, this is embarrassing to say. I don't even want to say it. First of all, I've never edited a video. I just don't do that. But I didn't even make thumbnails until 2 or 3 years ago. Now, when you make a video, I don't know if people that have channels will know, but if you've never uploaded a video, you download the video and they give you a choice. They have a screen grab from the beginning of the video, a screen grab from the middle of the video, and a screen grab from the end of the video, and they put them up there and like choose which one you want. And they say, or download your own. I was like, I'm not the smartest guy, you guys. So forever, I just was like, that one looks good. That one looks good. I never, And the first 3 years, I shot on a potato. Pretty sure it was a russet. It was like this really old. I mean, look at it. Listen, go look back. Everybody knows if you've seen any of the old videos, they're old. The quality, it's like, but that's kind of a funny thing. It makes me look like I've been doing videos for 7,000 years because the quality of the first videos are like from 1970. It was just bad equipment. But I've been around a while though, Josh sent me some videos. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you. I can't wait to see them. Arwa, you know what? I wasn't trying to be cutting edge. I'm a knucklehead and don't know how to edit. True story. Thank you, Josh. Dale says, question, Johnny and everyone here at my grandpa. My grandpa made hot sauce with herbs and spices, and every time you put more vinegar in it, it got hotter. Don't know what he used. Any idea? How old were you when this happened, Dale? How old were you when you experienced this? Very interesting. Not, stop it. Not famous. Here's the thing. I'm sort of a decent sized minnow in a really microscopic little pond. That's the truth of it. What I say? By D Dubs, good to see you. Jason says the live streams are awesome. How are the numbers? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that. I know it sounds silly. I just make videos and have fun. And when it's no longer fun, we'll stop doing it. But they're, having a good time. And I have a good time. Here's the thing. I remember early on, where, because you do it for a long time, you don't really know how you're doing. I didn't have anybody guiding me. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. So one day this person asked me my advice to have a successful YouTube channel. I'm like, why are you asking me? So I don't really know. I don't do a lot of the things that you're supposed to do, but a big one is be happy and have fun. If you aren't having fun making videos, maybe you shouldn't be making a video. Wait till you can have fun and do it then, I'm trying to find the Dale Cox. 7. It was 50 years ago. Okay, my answer is this. More than likely, it's you were a kid. You didn't have the tolerance to, you know what I mean? That speaks more to, I think, a kid experience. That I think if you were an adult, like if you have the tolerance you have now and you had access to that sauce that you had when you were 7, it wouldn't hit the same. That's the beauty of being 7. Stuff hits different. It's just my best guess. Because I can't imagine anything that you can put in. Every time you dilute something, you're going to dilute the heat as well. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean there's not something out there that will somehow magnify it while diluting it at the same time. Like diluting the overall, adding substance and somehow adding heat to it. I don't know. Pretty cool trick, though. You and your stories make me laugh, Johnny. Thank you, Jane. You're adorable. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. The plutonium video was shot on VHS. Josh. It really wasn't a VHS, but it was you know what it was? It was, here's how it worked. I kind of wanted to start a channel. I didn't have any equipment. And there was this old, very, very old Panasonic. I think it was a Panasonic. Maybe it was Sony. I don't really know. But it was just really old. I was looking at it, I'm like, I think I asked my son, like, how does this thing work, man? He's like, here's what you got to put an SD card. I'm like, it's an SD card. Like, I really didn't have a clue what I was doing. You know what I mean? Which is probably good, though, because if someone said at the very beginning, here's how you need to do it, I would have been like, nah. All I do is I watched people before me. I didn't invent anything. You know what I mean? I haven't had an original thought. I just kind of, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, right? Well, I imitated people that did it before me. Yankee Kyle, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Narfman, thank you for being here. Ryan Karsher, the Michigan chili grower. Thank you for being here, man. Good to see you. I was looking over some pictures yesterday on my phone. I got the coolest picture of your son sitting on a bed playing with a fire truck, and in front of him is me on a big screen, and I just had flashbacks of me being little with a fire truck, and it was just very cool picture. Good to see you. Hi, Taylor. How cool. Riley's sister. It's good to see you. Thanks for watching. It's pretty cool. Josh Adler asks, whoops. I keep double tapping that. I don't mean to. Sorry, I'm double toggling that thing. Do you ever get back to Vermont? Any desire to? You know what? Vermont's a beautiful place. I was there in college and then went away, and I went back. And when I went back, 20 years had passed since my previous time there. And it was Twilight Zone-ish, how little things had changed. It was just like I was there the day before and nothing had changed. Very, very little. I mean, there was some change, but relative to how the world is changing, it was at a standstill, really. Yankee Kyle rolling in 36 years strong of sobriety. Keeping it going, dude. I'm proud of you. The more rice vinegar you use when doing a chili and cucumber salad, the hotter it gets. Isn't that fascinating? I need to become best friends with rice vinegar then, Anna. M and J Metal. Thank you for being here. Swiss Vapors in the house. Thank you guys. I have a bunch of great people here. If you did a single thing different, you wouldn't be you, and that's the beauty of it. There's only one Johnny Scoville. Here's the funny thing: there's actually several Johnny Scovilles. Thank you, Jeremy, for saying that. I remember it well. He still watches. That's a great photo, man. That really is an amazing photo. I still have some of the stuff for shaving still. The stuff goes a long way. You know that? Very, very good stuff, man. Uh-oh. Tell you what, I got Taylor giggling. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Keith Kidman asks, Ryan, are you an Olympian? Ryan, you know what Ryan's done? He's done something really cool that it's just sort of not done. You know, there's like capsicum chinense, which are the super hots. There's capsicum anum, which is like your jalapeno, your serrano, things like that. Then you got your capsicum bacatum, like your ahi pods. Well, you don't really crossing those is sort of different. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, crossing like a hippopotamus with a giraffe. They don't really, you know what I mean? Not easy to do. Well, he has figured out a way to cross an ahi pod with a primatale. And it was one of the weirdest pods I've ever eaten. Incredibly delicious and stupid hot. It's amazing. It fails, but a lot of people do it. Says Dizzy Dragon. A lot of people saying, congratulations, Yankee Kyle. It's pretty awesome. So I've got any more cool pictures to show you guys. I think I may have downloaded. Oops. So here's something funny. Why can't Johnny read? What you can do about it. That's a real book, by the way. I saw it online. I was like, I got to take a screenshot of that. So don't forget, in 2 days, today's just Monday. In 2 days, we've got where is he? We've got Mr. Matthew Arthur is going to be after the burn. And then if you weren't in yesterday's live stream, then you didn't hear who's, and this, by the way, here is Matthew Arthur. If you have no idea how stoked I am to interview that dude, for real. But the following, a week from this Wednesday, episode 4 is Blazing Foods with David Foy. Pretty excited about that. So I think that'll be fun. How many other photos I hadn't shown you yet? A few more, but we'll save them for the next one. I don't know if that book is still being made. I doubt it. If it is, it's probably, I don't know. You know, I should have paid more attention. I just saw the photo and snagged a picture of it. Dale, you should. Dale says, I think I'll cross them. Here's the thing. I've had a lot of people, listen, this is the truth. I've had a lot of people say that you can cross them, but a lot of they revert back, or they become inert or sterile. What's the problem, Dizzy Dragon? You know the pitfalls of crossing interspecies like that. Ryan, if you can kind of explain that. No, your book. My book. What were you asking? I missed something. So, it's my book. Oh yeah, we're still. Here's the thing about the book. You know, I'll have a heart-to-heart with Tommy. We're just at a weird spot. I feel like we both sort of feel like the dog that chased the car. We wrote this kind of big, wicked, truthy book, and like we caught the car. We don't know what to do with it now. So we're just kind of thinking about it, but we'll figure it out soon. Rob Holden. Thank you for being here. Hope you're well, dude. Big love from, where's that flag? I can't see the flag. It's too small. Tell me where you're at, Rob. Sterility, they become sterile. Thank you, Dizzy Dragon. Now they don't originally become, isn't it? I thought they can go for a season and then after that, then they become sterile. So it's hard to make it's hard to get into the later stages. I'm going to ask him a lot of questions. If anybody has any questions you want me to ask Matt, please ask me. I've crossed 70. Oh, hold on. I've crossed 70 Bacadum and Chinins. Only 3 went beyond F1. Thank you so much for explaining that. See, there's the problem. You know what I mean? You can do it, but when you have seeds, they're sterile. But now, where are you at now, Ryan? How far into it are you now? Now, do you have confidence that if you're able to get it to F8, that it won't revert back? You know what I mean? Because that would be my concern. Because you hear about things like that happening. It does happen like that a lot. I don't know. It's a good question. Vinny Paz, the GOAT. Has anyone ever crossed a chili pen with a super hot? Interesting. I don't know. They also grow deformed. Hi, Chili says Riverdale Gardens. So glad you're here. Dizzy Dragon says they also grow deformed sometimes. They call it virus syndrome, but it seems to depend on what variety the mother is. Well, this is definitely going to be an amazing season for Chase to Eat because I'm now stable. I'm past the 8th season, so I'm now a stable cross, and we have nothing. Nobody has anything to worry about anymore. Give you guys some great content. Second favorite snack after peppers. You know what, Josh? It's funny. I'm not much of a snack guy. I don't really snack on stuff. I like grapes, and I'm really a vegetable nut. I love vegetables. But I'm just not much of a snack dude. Although, here I say that. 2 nights ago. What, 2 nights ago? Let me show you what I did 2 nights ago. I made an error. I found several bags of these. These are from Elijah Extreme. All right. It's Elijah Extreme Regret Jerky. So it's like 11 o'clock. I'm sitting on the couch with Tommy. Well, I don't know what we're watching. But I thought, kind of late. Maybe I shouldn't eat this. I thought, you'll be fine. John MC, good to see you. Everything has a beginning. I love that. A middle and an end. Jacobs, best food to prep for calf cramps. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to star that thing. I'll be right back with that one. I just love that a lot. Everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end. I can relate to that. I think I said it in a video yesterday or something. I don't know when I said it, but I think it was in yesterday's live. We've all heard songs that don't have an end. They just kind of fade out and kind of just fades out quietly and the song stops. I'm just not a fade out kind of guy. I'm an abrupt ending kind of guy. But we're going to have a lot of fun of that, I assure you. So I saw an interesting comment. There you go. 100% confident that Howler is stable. You can also grow 4,000 plants to look for every genetic expression. Generations or quantity grown can lead to the same place. Dude's a grower. I'm excited for the Ryan Karsher interview. We have to talk about that, Ryan. I'm going to have you on the obviously. That would be a good interview. Dizzy Dragon says the secret is basically grow the F1, then recross it with the capsicum chinense again. That works, he says. I'm going to take your word for it. Rob says, when you've been to England, Johnny, have you been anywhere other than London? You know what? I went north. I went to Newcastle upon Tyne. I was there to Belgium, but in London, in England, I was basically just in London. But I love London. I love England, man. You know, the funny thing is, when you fly into England, you're flying into Heathrow, just look out the window and you can just tell by the roofs of the buildings. You're like, okay, this is all wicked different. I really love it. Count Dankula. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Uncle Bull Cow. So, Bull Cow, your package is stuck in the thing there. What are you going to do about that? You going to try to get there in the morning? What's your plan? Swiss Vapor, good to see you. He takes it one step further. Everything has a beginning and an ending, like a sausage. There you have it, people. There's a song from Mike Posner where he says beginnings always hide themselves in the end. In the ends. It's pretty interesting. Nine Inch Nails never fades out. Almost every song ends abruptly. I just, there are some songs I love that sort of just kind of fade into. I'm not a fade out dude. I'm really not. Thank you, Ryan. I'm excited. Here's the thing. It occurred to me last night. I'm not going to be able to get through everybody doing one interview a week. It's just not going to happen. You know why? Because it's just not going to happen. I'm going to need to do 2 a week. That's what's going to have to happen. And even then, it might be a challenge to get through to everybody because there are a lot of people that I need to interview. This channel is why I made my own hot sauce, and how can I send you some? We can make that happen, Count Dankula. Email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com. And thank you for the kind words. It was always in you. It was going to happen whether you came across this channel or not. Honest, but that's pretty cool. Marv says, chocolate pods are easier for me to eat. Why are yellow wicked? Been eating peppers for a very long time, Marv. In fact, I'm going to put that back up on the screen. I've never heard anybody say that before. To me, yellow pods are like a walk in the park. Yellow pods are snacks, man. Even the really hot ones are sort of snackers, man. Chocolate pods, though, they burn you like you took their lunch money and they're getting you back, or you pushed them in the you beat them up at the bus stop or something, and they never forgot it, and they came across you 30 years later, and they're like, yeah, I remember you. Go ahead, eat me, I dare you. They burn wicked. I can't believe you have an easier time eating chocolate pods. You're just tougher than I. You're a better man than I, Gunga Din. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Dizzy Dragon says, huh? It's usually the other way around. Sure is, man. For me, it is. Count Dankula says, don't need a review, just a token of kindness. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to get it. I'm going to eat it. When I eat it, there'll be a camera on. That's how I roll. Thank you, Jason, for putting my email up there. John MC says you're an animal. You know what? I think I'm more animal than most. I mean, everybody's an animal. We're all animals. But I think if they have like DNA, I'm a little bit more feral. A little bit more animal than most. I don't know why. It's just I've always kind of been that way. All right. So Swiss Vapor says next summer I'm going to try to crossbreed my first time. Hopefully I don't screw it up. Any tips and tricks? Well, I'll tell you what, you'll get some tips and tricks out of Ryan Karsher and some other folks in the chat. You won't. I'll give you great tips on how to eat them, how to prep. That's about where my tips stop. No, I haven't grown, but they could listen. If somebody in the chat has heard that and has an answer, please do so. Marv says you are more animal for sure. You know, when I hear thunder, it makes me want to just like rip my clothes off and run around and scream. I shouldn't even say that. No, it doesn't. There've been a few times where I've been in the middle of videos and lightning goes on with thunder. I'm like, this makes me want to growl. Dee Dazzle, great question. What happened to your eyes when you ate those 6 prematalis? I'll tell you what happened to my eyes. Hang on 1 second. This backpack, it's mostly empty. If you went through it, you could probably find 1/4 of an ounce of super hot pepper flake or pepper powder. And I was moving, cleaning stuff around and organizing. And I had my Hellfire shirt, the Hellfire sweatshirt, which is why I'm not wearing it today. And it was right there. And bottom line is a lot of powder got over the sleeve. And the dumb part is I knew it got all over the sleeve. And I thought, like, I don't know better. I thought just kind of shaking it off, I'd be fine. So I ate the peppers and my mouth, it was hot. Don't kid yourself. It was like wicked hot. But at one point towards the end, I went like this and wiped both eyes. And just immediately they were like, oh, so just like immediately, that's what happened. Stupid, right? 6,000. How many videos have I made? Hang on a second. 6,353 videos. What did I do that like 5 videos ago? Like, I should know better, right? A 4-year-old's here, Anna says. Hold on. I'll come right back to that one, Vinny. Anna says 4-year-olds here eat spicier food than most people can stomach. Something it's good for you. It just takes time to build the tolerance for it. Vinny says if you don't have precision and steady hands, don't even bother trying to cross peppers. Here's the thing. I don't know. I have no idea. You know what? Most of the crosses that I've had that people have sent me, what they've said? I don't know how it happened. It's an accidental cross. I've had a few people that, I think sometimes, and I mean this now, I'm not trying to, and I will never say names, but I'm positive at some point people have a cross that accidentally happens in their backyard. They do a little reverse engineering with some common sense, and they go, oh, these two must have crossed. And then the following season, hey, this is my new cross. I'm on F1. And they start saying like it was on purpose. The chocolate bootleg was an accidental cross. You know what I mean? I think so many of the great peppers I've had were accidents. So I think the best crosser is God. But I've seen videos where people take paintbrushes. I've had people that know what they're doing say that's comical. That's not how you do it. So I don't really know. Like I said, I can tell you how to eat them. I'm good at that. Galactic Yacht. I'm also wondering, Poppy Pepper's question about the Primatali and the chocolate maruga. I might grow them. Primatali and a chocolate maruga. That would be a dandy cross. Here's the thing. And Chad Matthews, you and I need to eat a pepper. I got some peppers. It's time to make a video. So conventional thinking, Galactic Yachts and everybody else is, I think a lot of people think, well, if you take this, it's the hottest pepper in the world, like in my mind, the warthog. And then you take, another like ridiculously hot pepper and you cross them, then you've got to come up with an even hotter one. It doesn't necessarily work like that. I mean, if you think about the Primatali. It's a Fatali crossed with a 7-5 Primo. That's not too crazy. It's a crazy hot pepper and a medium meat pepper. But put them together and they create the Primatali. So I think sometimes, I don't know, who knows? What do I know? I shouldn't be talking about, why am I talking about growing peppers? I've never done it. It's the problem. You put a camera on, I start talking about, ask me about brain surgery. I'll tell you my thoughts on that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I gotta stop it. Really. I do want to grow peppers. I think it'd be fun to do. That sounds exciting, Dale Cox. An accidental cross between a jalapeno and a reaper. She's called a Hala Reaper. Or a Rapeno. Rapeno would be a great name for that. A Rapeno. That's funny. The Ruggy. Good to see you. You're a clever guy. Who are you talking about? Because you can't be talking about. Grow them peppers. You'll love it. Yeah, I think I will at some point. I think this is what I think. Holla Reaper would be good, but I think this. That to me would be the best way to the best name for that would be the best name I think for a Rapina, like Reaper and anyway at the end of it. Dizzy's got some interesting things. Dizzy has a bunch of really cool seeds, and he has some interesting. I'm not going to tell any of the things. I know all the growers' secrets. Not all of them, but I know a lot of them. And his eyes are burning a bit today. I'm sorry. You know what? I have a friend who's constantly putting eye drops in his eyes. Do you ever put eye drops in there? Say it, Dizzy says. Say it. You say it, Dizzy. I'm not squealing. I'm not telling secrets. All right, people, we're going to wrap this up in about another 10 minutes. So if you have any questions, ask away. And we're going to wrap it up for the evening. My wife is addicted to eye drops. It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that. I was just going to say, my buddy who is constantly, it's almost like it's an addiction. I don't know. Here's the thing. I got pepper powder in my eye once. We were at the office, and I got powder in my eye, and they were burning me. It was so bad. And he says, man, put these drops in. Make you feel better. It's Foy. I'll just tell you the truth. It's Foy. So I'm in the front seat of his car. He gives me eye drops. I don't know what they are. Clear Eyes. It's not Visine. I think it was Clear Eyes. So he gives me the eye drops. I take it off. Now, in mind, I just had pepper powder in my eye. And I don't have contacts. So I'm thinking this is going to make my eye feel better. I went like this and dropped in my eye, and it felt like it was battery acid. It hurt so much. I mean, I was writhing around. He was giggling. He's in the driving, laughing his head off, and I'm rolling around. I'm not trying to be funny or get a reaction. It was killing me. So I've written off. I don't listen. If my eyes are bloodshot for whatever reason, I don't care. I have the perfect excuse. I'm always eating peppers. Always eating peppers. Oh, it's on the same site they're selling pre-metallic chocolate moruga seeds on Galactic, says Pepper Puppy. Josh says, I know you feel the pain as everyone. I do. The same pain as everyone. Try to explain what's going on in your head when you're at a 6 or a 7. To be honest, when I'm at a 7, my first thought is, wow, I'm at a 7. I'm surprised that it's that bad because it takes a lot to get to there. You know what I mean? I usually, when I get to a 7, my first, if the endorphin hasn't hit yet, I start wondering how much more I'm going to need to eat for an endorphin rush to happen to help out with the pain a little bit. Now, sometimes I get in the spot where, like, I wish I could delay the endorphin rush sometimes because I'm not saying I like pain, okay? I'm not saying I don't like it, though. There are times where I'm digging it, and I don't want it. Like, sometimes it happens where the endorphin rush kicks in. I'm like, man, I wasn't ready for you. I'm still happy it's happening because it feels good, but I wish there was a way I could kind of delay it for a while. And, okay, I've had enough fun now. Send it. And I wish I could do that, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Dale hasn't been over 4 in a long time because Dale Cox has a ridiculous tolerance. It's true. Vinny Paz the Goat. Have I ever been at 10? And how long ago was it? Yeah, you know what? 2 seasons ago, I did I tried to eat 30 chocolate primitalis. I think I only got through like 13 of them or something, or 15, or I don't remember how I got through, but it was really, really bad. And here's the problem. It's just the guy in me. If you you twist my arm behind my back and tell me to say uncle, I'll probably let you break it before I say uncle. I don't like saying uncle. You know what I mean? And to me, saying 10 is like saying uncle. You know what I mean? And there's always a part of me, and it's a flaw. It's a character flaw. There's something wrong with me. I'm damaged goods, but there's a part of me that thinks I can take a little more. I know I can take just a little bit more. So I don't know, man. It's a weird thing. I'm trying to think the last time. That was probably the last time. every time I've done plutonium, I've essentially been at a 10, whether I lied and said I was at a 9.5 or not. I just don't like saying I can't take it anymore. I don't like saying I've reached my limit. It's like if I had a job, like I hated jobs in the past, like when I had a normal gig. I couldn't work at a place where they said you have a ceiling on your pay. This is the most you can make here. I don't care if it was 150 grand. I couldn't work at a place where they said this is the maximum you can make. I couldn't work there. I can't have a ceiling like that. Whether I'll ever get there or not is irrelevant. It's academic to how I feel. I can't work at a place where I have a ceiling like that. And to me, 10 is like that ceiling. I can't have it. I don't know. We're all damaged goods. Yeah, we are, bro. We certainly are. Plutonium, says Joseph. Plutonium, some wicked stuff. Great question, Arwa. Do I prefer delayed heat or instant burn in peppers? It's a great question, Arwa, because there's, let's say that you go with the instant heat. I mean, it's fun. I like that because I like the pain of that. But here's the advantage. If you have the delayed heat, you can eat more of them before you realize, like, uh-oh, what have I done? And that's kind of fun. Like ghost peppers are like that because it really is a delay. It does not hit like warthog is just, if you go back and look at the warthog video, I've watched Tad's warthog video, 3 seconds. I think after he puts his mouth, you can see it in his eyes. He's in trouble. He realized in 3 seconds, wow, I've got a problem. And the warthog video where it's the hottest pepper I ever ate, thank God it's on video. Can you imagine if I ate that and it wasn't on video? I said to everybody, I swear to God, I couldn't talk. It was the hottest thing I've ever eaten. People were like, yeah, right. Thank God it was on video. But I've watched that like 3 or 4 times, and that pepper hits me so quick. I mean, it's bizarre. So I don't know. I like them both. You know what I mean? That's a lot of times people will say, I've heard people say, well, why do they, if they're just looking for a hot sauce, why don't they just go with the hottest pepper? Why do they have, habanero in there and ghost? If they're just looking for hot, why don't they just go with the hottest pepper? Why the mix? A lot of it is because they want different, they want to burn you in different places. You know what I mean? It's the truth of it. Mac, I didn't see your previous message. I love you too, dude. Let me see. Where is Mac's message? Oh no, Mac, I missed it, dude. And I can't see it. I'm sorry. I hope you're doing well, dude. You're a good man. I like smoky. Oops. Thank you, John, for saying that. Mark says, I like smoky earthy. I do too. And I never use, here's the thing. Smoky to me is almost as rare as sweet in super hots because I've eaten a ton of chocolate pods and not every chocolate pod is smoky. Like, I don't think I've ever had a smoky pod. I'll ask the Chase the Heat historian. Dizzy, have I ever had smoky in a red pod? I don't think I have. They've all been chocolate. I'm asking Dizzy because Dizzy's recorded all of them. He's like AI with a heartbeat. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. A couple times, apparently I have, but most commonly it's in chocolate pods. I'm still trying to appreciate the floral. It took me a long time, Balaki. I love your show. Roll Tide. All right, let me do before I say goodbye, everybody, I'm going to do a little roll call and say goodbye, everybody. Hang on. Where is it? No, you got to be kidding me. Bear with me, people. See, hang on. All right, there we go. Okay, so we're going to say hi to everybody before we leave. Balaki, thank you for being here. Brock Bandy, thank you for modding for me, my friend. Count Dankula, thanks for the email. I will check it out when we get off. Dale Cox, Dizzy Dragon, as always, thank you. Galactic Yachts, smooth sailing. J Caps, good to see you, bro. Jeremy Fowler, thank you. John MC, thank you for being here. Joseph Afonso, you are a gent. Mac Whitaker, thank you, bro. I hope you're doing well. Joseph, the whole Cohen family. Thank you guys for being here. You're all wonderful. Let's see here. We have Marv Wheeler, Mike Newby, Northman, Pepper Poppy, Riverdale Gardens, Arwa, and Anna TKK. Jane Aldrich, thank you for being here. Man, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Bizzle, my bro, thank you for being here. Chad Matthews, a whole bunch of great people. I love you guys a lot. Listen, tomorrow we only do bus pass live streams 2 days a week now. They're on Tuesday and Thursday. So tomorrow, same bat time, same bat station, but only if you got a bus pass. So tomorrow at 5:05, we'll see you guys here with a bus pass. We'll spend a little time together. We'll tell some secrets. And then Wednesday, don't forget, we got Matthew Arthur. So if you got any questions, email them to chase@gmail.com. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Be kind to somebody. Tell them you love them. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.